All right, guys, it's time for some more Run 8 action, and we're back on the Southeast server. We're going to be doing something different today, or something that we haven't done a whole lot, and I don't see a whole lot, but we're going to be making a light engine move out of Waycross down to Jacksonville. I think we're going to take this thing all the way down to Jacksonville because it is absolutely going to go. So this is the X003 light engine move. This is what they would run from time to time back in the day. I don't know what they're called now, or if they even still do it, but this is what we're doing. A few things I want to do before we get rolling here. We need to isolate some of these, so we're going to select, we could do the bottom three, but man, that would just be boring. So I think what we're going to do is isolate the third out and the bottom engine, and leave the head end. Yeah, I wonder, can we run 70 with just the one unit online? You know what, let's try it and see. Actually, let's try it. Let's isolate him. So we just got the head end online. Everything else is isolated, right? Okay, there we go. We're good with that. Let's get auto going. Engage auto all routes. We do have a little traffic to meet. It's not a whole lot. It's not a crazy amount, but we do have a few. We've got him loaded up, and let's do dispatcher menu. Tone dispatcher. Open the window up. Can't railroad with the window closed. It's not possible. All right, let's see about blasting off. Come on, auto, talk to me. There we go. Request signal. He's calling. It's kind of weird that he's answering Braganza radio. I think it'd be a Waycross radio. We're not doing it out of the yard. Any of you guys that have this route know that Waycross, it could take us literally 30 minutes just to get out of the yard. There we go. All right, got our light. Let's do reverser forward. Man, it's been a minute, and I'm going to have to get... I'm going to have to reacclimate myself to this. There you go. All right, let's release the independent. And we should be good to go, right? Nice. All right, let's blast off. We're good for reals this time. I think this is, well, it's showing us a medium out, but I don't know what the track is good for. That's the siding. This is the south siding. Give her a little more. Yeah, we'll do some more Run 8 stuff. I just got to figure out what I want to do. I'll be honest, sometimes it's really easy to kind of like run out of ideas or think of things that are like, oh yeah, I really want to do that, right? Like that would be a lot of fun. Okay, good enough. Yeah, I think this might be a 70-mile-an-hour train. Do a little horn action here. Says train track speed 75. That is not correct. That's absolutely. This is 70-mile-an-hour railroad down here between Waycross and Folkestone. I don't know what it is currently, but back in the day it was 70-mile-an-hour railroad. Yeah, I think she can do 70. And I'm telling you now, if you're new to Run 8, if you're new to running trains, honestly, like big freight trains, American style freight trains, big, heavy, you know, that sort of thing. If you're struggling with learning your territory, because that's a huge part of it, run a light engine move, run an X train, because it will teach you you will find every dip and hill on the line in this train. Like it'll constantly be doing something. It'll work you to death. Like it absolutely will work you to death, but that's the fun part of it. It's a lot of work because like I said, it's constantly slowing down or speeding up. It doesn't have all that weight and momentum behind it to kind of average everything out as far as you know, hills, sags, and hills and stuff like that. Yeah, there we go. We're about to see 70 right here. Come out just a little bit. I got to get used to my throttle detents on a real driver. That's always really tricky because there aren't notches like the real thing. You just have to kind of hunt for them. All right, so next stop's going to be Braganza. Make sure I have those milepost tags on. Yeah, next stop, Braganza. We will be having a meet at some point. It may be down around Folkestone. Run through a little swampy area here. And I think most all railroads have light engine moves. I know BNSF does, or did at one time. Not sure about UP. I've honestly, I've never looked for a UP light engine move, but CSX X003 got to clear Astoria. 5469 south out. Do a little signal calling. I hope if I put the headlight on bright. Yeah, she is most definitely a challenge to run. It'll really keep you on your toes. You'll find every little spot in the track. And that's the thing, like, you don't have to know all the little spots. You just need to know the major stuff. Like, go through, and we've talked about this tons and tons of times. Go through and break down your route into sections and think, okay, what's the steepest grade between point A and point B? What's the steepest grade between point B and, like, what's the big stuff that you have to worry about? You know, like Tehachapi. You know, the first thing you think of is the mountain, just climbing from Mojave up to Tehachapi and then downhill again. And then eventually, as you learn it, you can refine it more. You know, you can refine it to the smaller stuff, the smaller hills and knots and stuff like that. And then refine it down even more. And that's going to be a distance to Braganza. XXX003 got clear distance to Braganza 5469 south out. We'll do it legit. We'll call all the signals. A little bit of a grade here, 0.35 up. It's the little stuff. Like, in the scheme of things on a big train, this stuff wouldn't really matter a whole lot. Like, if you had a really long, heavy train, a 0.2% grade, rolling, undulating territory, it's all going to average out. On a little bowling ball, like a little, 2 or 3,000 foot fly ash train, or you know, some kind of steel train or something like that, you would definitely feel it. But this XX003 got a clear North Braganza 5469 south out. All right, bye Braganza. It's our first sighting out of Waycross. This XX003's got a clear south Braganza 5469 south out. All right, so that's Braganza for you. This stretch between Waycross and Folkestone is pretty chill. It undulates a lot up until you get to Race Pond. Race Pond, you got a little bit of a climb up to, I don't know, I guess it's a few thousand feet south of the north end, maybe. It's between the north and south end. And then it drops off, and I'm trying to remember if it stair steps out of Race Pond or if it's continuous. I want to say it kind of stair steps out of there, maybe. To the bottom of the grade is somewhere between Race Pond and Hague, and then you climb back up into Hague a little bit. You climb like about to that distance signal to Folkestone, and then it drops off again down into Folkestone, and then you climb back up through Folkestone proper to just south of the railfan platform, and then it drops off again down to the river. What is that? St. Mary's. Alright, through Fort Mudge. This XX003 has got clear intermediate 602.2, 5469 south out. Another big swampy area. This area, if you go back and Google or if you look, it's kind of clear cut way back in the day. This time period is about 2000, early 2000, 2002, 2005. This XX003 got clear distance to race pond 5469 south out. You kind of see that climb up into race pond way down in the distance. You can kind of see where it looks like it kind of goes up just a tad. Probably exaggerated by that little dip back there too. XX003 got clear north race pond 5469 south out. Toilet seat road, that's what I call it. It's got the toilet seat hanging on the crossbuck back there. If you guys never noticed, it's pretty cool little detail. All right, here we go. Here's our climb into race pond 0.5. It's not horrible. You know, compared to like West Coast stuff, this is nothing. You like live in that house? And I think the grade's going to top right down here on the other side of this crossing. That's our HPT. Oh, I won't say. It doesn't calculate for light engines. Never mind. Yeah, not a bad grade. When you're running a tonnage train, when you're running like a 0.7 HPT, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like with low HPT, yeah, absolutely. It's going to drag you down, but otherwise, it's not a big deal. XX003 got clear south race pond 5469 south out. Yeah, we're making really good time, guys. Next stop's going to be Hague and then Folkestone. Telling you, this thing's easy peasy. It's a lot of fun. You can get over the road relatively quick and learn your territory at the same time. Doesn't get much better than that. That's pretty steep through here, 0.5 too. Do a little light independent here, on and off, just feather it. There we go, good enough. Yeah, it does kind of stair step. It was 0.5 back there, and then now it's pretty much flat, and then it's going to drop back off again. CSX X003 has got a clear intermediate 610.7, 5469 south out. A little knot here at the DD, and then it'll drop back off again. I think the game's not telling me, but I think there's a 65 mile an hour curve up here. I kind of feel like there is. I think it's right up here. See if I remember correctly. No defects. Yeah, right here. There she is. Yeah, 65. It's not notated in the game. That's one of the few that's not, but as you can see, it's definitely there. 0.7% down, too. It's a pretty good drop off. CSX X003 got clear immediate 612.5, 5469 south out. All right, well, that was our 65. I think we should be clear of it now. So a pretty good drop off down to the bottom up here. Next speed restrictions are going to be at Folkestone. I always, one track is like 45, the other track is 40. I can't ever keep them straight. I want to say the outside track, the one on the left, is 40, and our track is 45, baby. And then you got the 50 through Folkestone. I think this is the bottom of the grade right here, right? This little bridge. All right, what we got? Looks like an approach limited. I do believe CSX X003 has got an approach limited distant to Hague, 5469 south out. All right, so we're going to be going down, I think it's number 1 main, right? Isn't that number 1? Yes it is, number 1. Okay. We'll start slowing up here in a bit. All right, so since we got limited, it's 45 mile an hour. Start slowing up for it. She'll slow up really fast. Looks like we got a limited clear up here. A little bit of a drop off here too. Forgot about this sag. There's 45. Limit clear. CSX X003 has got limit clear. Hague, single main number 1, 5469 south out. Sweet. I can't remember what the speed is between Hague and Folkestone. Is it 50? You still got us listed as 75. Yeah, the thing at the top of the screen there, little menu to give you a heads up of what to expect. Yeah, that's not right at all. That's definitely should be doing something for you. Limited clear. I have to get my timetable out. I've got the original, my OG timetable for here, but I have to dig it up sometime. We'll do 50. We'll keep it safe. We'll do 50. No, what do we got on this distance? Looks like another approach limited. Folks, and we'll see when we get up here a little closer. I can't quite make it out. Like, I see green, I see the yellow. Okay, it looks like it's flashing. This XX003's got our approach limited Homeland number 1 main, 5469 south out. Sweet. We'll come out of it a little bit. Oh, there's our meat. Nice. There's our guy. See who it is. Let's see who it is. Nice. It's a rack train. This is probably going to be Q220. Q220 to, I think this, did he go to Atlanta or Nashville? Like I said, this is all early 2000s, so hard to say. Different symbols, right? It's completely different nowadays. So a lot of you guys that are like younger, relatively new rail fans don't remember any of this stuff, but this guy was Atlanta or Nashville, one of the two, out of Baldwin. Sweet. Looks like we got limited clear, Folkestone. 220 train looks good. Marker's hanging. We'll say our conductor told us. CSX X003's got limited clear. Folkestone number 1 main. Actually, Jessup number 1 to Nahunta number 1. Pitch 469 south out. There, we'll come by the Folkestone Railfan platform. We're like halfway through the trip, guys. When you on light engine moves, you can get somewhere relatively quick as long as they don't hold you nowhere. All right, there's our 50 diamond board. Fans a little horn show, right? There we go. All right, now we're good. Down to the St. Mary's River. And our 50 should be ending up here relatively soon. Here's down here around the end of this storage track. Drops down. This all drops down to the St. Mary's and then climbs back out. And I want to say there's a knot between the St. Mary's and Boulogne, and then a big dip through Boulogne, and then another knot, and then I get kind of fuzzy. I know towards Hilliard there's some big dips too, and then you got Dial Hill, and then it's not quite as extreme on towards Jacksonville. There's our resume speed. Sweet, we can go with it. Coming up on 70, we can notch out a little bit here. Should be peeking the river here in a second. CSX X003 got clear. St. Mary's number 1 main. Pitch 469 south out. There we go, St. Mary's River Bridge. This is Georgia-Florida state line. We'll climb right back out on the other side. Yeah, I remember this one knot. The rest of it we'll have to wing it, but a light engine moves relatively easy. We should be peaking blown here. There it is. Looks like a clear. See the big sag I was telling you about? Thing is huge, right? Like this is a big old dip. Yeah, this thing is legit. CSXX003's got a clear by blown. 5469 south out. Number 1 main. Number 1 main. Don't forget that. Number 1. Yeah, this is a legit sag. We're just going to go with it. We'll let it run. It'll be okay. GBI. You notice I haven't touched dynamics. We don't have enough of a continuous, like in my opinion, and this is the way I like to run, we don't have enough of a continuous opportunity to use them before we have to go right back into power. So that's why, and that's like all my running I do on these routes down south on the southeast. I'm an air guy. You guys watch the channel, you know, Spur's an air guy. I use air all the time. I hardly ever touch dynamics. There's a few locations and situations where I do. But for the most part, I like running with air. All right, here's our next train. Sweet. There should be some more after this. At least a few more. Who is this? Who is this going to be? Who is this? T. Okay, yeah. T. This is a T train. This is a Boston coal train, empty, going back north. Nice. Yeah, there'll be even more behind him. Coal train looks good. Got your marker. Too bad the AI trains could have hotboxes and stuff like that. You can see defects, sparks, smoke, things dragging, like something dragging on the ground and like dust coming off of it. All right, no defects. CSX X003 has got clear by Andrews, number 1 main, 5469 south out. TSX X003 got clear distance to Hilliard, number 1 main, 5469 south out. All right, looks like we got a clear Hilliard up here at this crossover. TSX X003 got clear by Hilliard. Number 1 main, 5469 south out. Another dip. Yeah, okay, another dip in Hilliard. Pretty legit dip here. These sags will work you. That's why I like using air down here. I just like having the power available to me immediately. You know, it's a dynamics. You have to come out of throttle, wait, set it up, go in dynamic, do your thing, come out of dynamic, wait, come out of it. Yeah. You know, go back into motor and then go into it. Just, oh man, it's a lot of delay in it when you're only doing it for just like a brief moment in time. I'll use it. I'll use dynamic. Okay, I'll tell you a place that I like to use dynamic a lot is going down the Georgia Fall line on the Fitzgerald sub. Coming out of Manchester, like that big grade between Manchester and Woodbury, definitely. Woodbury and the Big Liza, definitely. Georgia Fall line through like Malt down to Rupert, absolutely on that one. Man, after that, honestly, I can't think of any other spots I really just like use it religiously as opposed to air. I can't think of any locations. Yeah, and then man, south of Waycross, like, yeah, I don't think of any spots that I really use it religiously. I use it if I'm stopping, you know, that's a good thing, depending on the grade. If you're running high speed, high tonnage, and it's a flat or a little downhill grade, you know, nothing that you have to be pulling on or that you can use the hill to slow you down, then absolutely, I'll get some dynamic and use that to help slow down with the, slow down and stop with the air. CSX X003 got clear, Dial Hill, number 1 main, 5469 south out. Oof, we got really slow coming out of that sag. Feel the bell. This location is going to be Callahan. They're pretty decent drop off dial hill here. TSX X003 got clear immediate Little Mills Creek. 5469 south out. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen another train. I guess they didn't do what they were supposed to do. There should have been two more. One of them, I think I know what happened to. The other one, I'm not sure. Like, he should have gone. We get by Callahan, we'll be home free. We'll be on the downhill side. We'll practically be in Jacksonville. We'll take this thing to Moncrief. We won't yard it. We're just going to take it to the yard limit and let that be it. Yard, like, going in yard limits, like, it's so slow and tedious and monotonous, and you guys don't want to see that. Can't forget our 60 coming up here at Callahan, South Callahan. I got it clear, CSX, X003, got it clear, Callahan, number 1 main, 5469 south out. She'll keep slowing us up. We had a little bit of a knot back there. Not so much now. There we go. That's good. From Callahan, used to be a level crossing here back in the day. CSX X003, got a clear South Callahan, number 1 main, 5469 south out. Got those double mass signals there. SAL style. All right, we should be able to go with it. We'll just wipe it all the way. All or nothing, baby. All right, next location to be Dinsmore. That's where Lite splits off and goes to the pig yard. We'll have Amtrak after that, and then Moncrief. Like I say, we're practically home free. TSX X003 got a clear intermediate artesian. Number 1 main, 5469 south out. No defects. This XXO03 has got clear immediate rat lift number 1 main 5469 south out. There we go. There's another train. I don't know who this is, but I'll take it. I'm really kind of at a loss on who this could be. This we'll see. Who is it? Oh yeah, that's like a it was like a 652 that had rerouted up the oh shoot, the Sanford sub that way up the A line. Usually he'd go up through Wildwood and the other way, but came up the A line for some reason. It's good looking slot freight. Train looks good. Got your marker. I totally forgot about him. Yeah, that still does. We still didn't meet the other two that I thought we were going to meet. They got held up somewhere. TSX X003 got clear by Red Dog, number 1 main, 469 south out. There, we're just about there. Just about there. We'll go up here a little ways. I'll have the whole point called Red Dog. And then Dinsmore, and then Amtrak, and then Moncrief. This is a good beginner route, honestly. It really just is. It's nothing too crazy or extreme. It's very, very chill. There, notch out a little bit here. We want to run a little fast. We will have speed restriction up here at Amtrak. That curve, and oh shoot, I'm trying to think of what the name of that signal is. Man, I've drawn a complete total blank on that signal, but it's going to be that curve just before you get to Amtrak. What is it? Is it a 40? And maybe a 45. It might be a 40. It's one of the two. Either way, we need to get on it and go. CSXX 003 got clear Dinsmore, number 1 main, pitch 469 south out. Sweet. All right, that takes you to Jack's ramp, where they go in on the north side. And this would be the south leg of the Y, so they can go in either way. 40. Okay, it's a 40 up here. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we can totally do that. Easy peasy, guys. I'm telling you right now. Light engine moves are the way to go. If you're new, if you're a beginner, if you just want to chill and like get over the road, they're a ton of fun. And you can have more, like all the light engine moves that I had, they were like eight locomotives. I don't think I ever had anything less than 8. I've seen pictures of them down here with 4, and I've seen them with 2. That's pictures. I've seen it personally, just pictures and videos and stuff like that. So, you know, always use that stuff to kind of reference a little bit too, but they're a lot of fun. They're a different kind of running for sure. I'm still trying to think of this road, this signal up here. What is that? I'm just drawing a complete total blank. Let's go ahead and notch out. We'll just kind of let her ease up. Southell. Yes, Southell. That's it. That is it. Southell. There, we got an approach medium. Otto probably doesn't know what to do with us. Is what I'm thinking. He probably doesn't know. All right, this curve up here is our 40. CSXX 003 has got clear Southell, number 1 main. Pitch 469 south out. Man, it feels like we're crawling after running 70 that much. Like, that was a long ways to 70 mile an hour running. That was a super good trip. Yeah, here's our 40 diamond board. Medium, okay, so he's crossing us. Yeah, that's not quite how we would probably do it in real life, but it's fine. TSXX003 has got medium clear. North Amtrak, number 1, crossing to... Actually, I think that would be kind of considered single main now, believe it or not, because that's the yard lead after it, so... Yeah, 5469 south out. There you go, Amtrak. We practically made our trip, guys. We did it. We kept her on the rails. I think, yeah, we could get in down here. There's a few ways you can go in, but yeah, they could have taken us in back there too. CSX X003 got a clear South Amtrak. 5469 south out. Yeah, he's just running us straight through. Otto doesn't know. He's running us straight through like we're going towards Orlando, but we're not doing that. We're gonna wrap it up here in a second. I think there's a hand throw coming off down here just below Grand Junction, right? We don't need this anymore. This XX003's got a clear Grand Junction. 5469 south out. That's going to be right up here. Looks like it's a dispatcher control switch, right? Maybe. I was thinking it was a hand throw. I completely forgot. There may be another one on down here too. Yeah, I was just gonna pull up here like it's a hand throw. Oh well. Oops. Either way, that is gonna do it, guys. We made it safe and sound in one piece. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is the only other way we can go in other than going down and backing in on the south end, which could be possible too. Never say never on the railroad. Anyway, love all you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like down below if you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time. Peace. No, big cat, no. Stop.